Hello and welcome to TFA Analysis. Please subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much.
We are here on behalf of the figure that we heard previously, that's a day back, concerning a 130 million that was signed. That's a project. It was signed based on the budget for DDR to be controlled. It was signed 3 days back. So we were astonished. We were very surprised. How come we are here suffering? Every day our children are not going to school. We are not even doing anything here, like no trade, nothing. We are stuck in the same place every day. So we wanted the government to give us a clear case is how that 130 million was being spent. And in addition to that, we have been here for long. It's going to 4 years, some of us have been here. 3 years, some of us have been here. No avail. Are we going ahead or are we going behind? So that's why we are imposed on the government. We are asking them to please, we are suffering here, in order for them to send their aid, to send their foreign aid, for us to be removed from this dungeon, because here is a dungeon. We have to be removed from this dungeon and reintegrated to the society. So that's just what we have.
And knowing wherefully the country in which we are, knowing wherefully the leaders in Cameroon, I am still believing that one day, the day the Anglophone crisis will end, these children might be transferred. The government of Cameroon might transfer these children to a condemned prison.
My name is Nanguni Celestin Yannick. I come from the DDR, specifically in our subdivision. So we, the ex-combatants of DDR Buea, yesterday we don't get some small light information from Cameroon Collins, where the national coordinator, Bafayongo Francis, they talk about the budget we don't get for Buea Center, 130 million for the management of the center. To be very angry and disappointed for things we don't do them. For the talk that kind of amount of money don't put away, with the weight integration since 4 years, we not be integrated the same money. That is the reason why we don't call for the government official and we don't come very as soon as we don't see. Then they go back, we don't come to a conclusion. So we need immediately quick integration as we talk from today. So the end of this month, we will not be integrated. Our problem will not be food and money. So let me the government check for that 130 million. They see how they feel do for settle every year. All these here. So Papa, we already learn check them. Plenty inside here. We get so many things we don't do them. So they don't be qualified. So when we didn't learn driving, say we don't be qualified. So we need a driving license. We start be operate. Some people don't do that driving license themselves. They drive. So many reasons that when I don't see governor or representative of governor don't come here with all the police commissioner and the gendarmerie.
Okay, we understand.
Many people were believing that the treatment the government will give to these children will encourage those who are still in the bushes to come out. But if you are giving this kind of treatment to these children, how do you expect those who are still in the bush to come out to surrender to DDR Center? That's why many of them are struggling, escaping to Nigeria. That's why many of them prefer to remain with Amazonian fighter, because when they put the two together, the treatment they are getting as Amazonian fighter is better than the treatment their friends are getting in DDR Center. These are former Amazonian fighters. These are ex-combatants from DDR centers in Buea. When you look at them, they are filled with frustration, disappointment. They are filled with anger. They are filled with hunger. These are young Cameroonians. They have been held captive in a very small environment for 4 years today. And the government of Cameroon failed them. They are filled with anger and disappointment because the purpose of disarmament, demobilization, and reintegration centers created by the government of President Buea have failed. The purpose, they have not in doing anything in line to that purpose, because they created these centers and tell us on pieces of papers or through radios or through social media That the centers were created to transform the mentality of these guys. To remove from them the habit or the spirit of killing and the spirit of violence. To change the heart so that they will have the heart of flesh, human heart, filled with sympathy, kindness. Yet, the government of Cameroon took them and turned many of them into soldiers, and they are fighting alongside with the military of the Cameroon government. They are using them in order to capture many Amazonia fighters and kill them. And they have given some of them rights and resources that they have the power to do as they wish on social media. They have the power to identify somebody and name the person an Amazonia fighter and command the military to kill them. They have the power to take the military anywhere. They have the power to be guided and move around to the military. Point people and say this person is an Amazonia fighter, kill him, and the military will kill him. Is that a way to remove the spirit of killing from somebody? The government have failed. And to me, those centers should be dissolved and let these children choose their path. They are adults. They know what is good for them. If they want to return to Amazonia fighters, let them return. If they want to go to any other place, let them go. If they want to integrate themselves into the society in Cameroon, let them do it. Because the government have failed. When I was looking through this, I asked myself one question. Maybe we are talking about this DDR censor. That the purpose was to transform the mentality. Maybe the government gave it on a piece of paper that it is a center to transform the mentality of these children. But deep in their heart, they were creating another prisons. Prison for Amazonia fighter, prison for Boko Haram fighters, ex-Boko Haram fighters. Maybe they were creating. Because these guys, from their expression, from what they are saying, they are being treated like the same way prisoners are being treated. They don't have right of what to eat. They wait for food. Time for food. Time for this. Time to jump. Time to play. Time to eat. Time to sleep. Time to do this. Just the same like prisoners. And knowing wherefore the country in which we are, knowing wherefore the leaders in Cameroon, I am still believing that one day, the day the Anglophone crisis will end, these children might be transferred. The government of Cameroon might transfer these children to a Condemned prison. Knowing the country in which we are, the government of Cameroon, under the leadership of President Paul Biya, cannot be trusted. The way they are using these guys. For 4 years today, some of them from those videos say they have learned a lot of tricks. They can do a lot of things, driving, and then the government don't want it. Some have even struggled by themselves to make their driving license, yet the government don't allow them to integrate into the society. Many, they are the ones transforming themselves, transforming their mentality. If you go there and you choose to remain an evil person, a violent person, a killer, it is your problem. As some of them have chosen, that they are still murderers. And they are moving from one Facebook page and creating their page and being sponsored by the government. And they are appointing people and have the right to publish people's pictures, deformation of character, and name the person an Amazonia fighters. And the military will go and kill it. The government of Cameroon should be sincere to Cameroonians. I know from all indications since the Anglophone crisis started that the government of Cameroon lack political will to end the Anglophone crisis. Mainly because of their selfish interests. Because all the institutions created since the Anglophone crisis started, there is no one that is sincerely out for the Anglophone crisis to end. There is no one. Not to talk of the DDR center. that the director of the center will come out on Cameroon calling and declare that and say that what annually they are spending 130 million in one center, yet the children don't have food to eat. They have not been integrated. And then they are crying, and they came out when they heard about that amount mentioned by 5-year-old Francis. That is what angered that we are here, we are not eating. We don't have food, we don't have money for our children to send to our children to go to school. We don't have anything to do. We don't even have money to make our own driving license, in which we have learned driving in this DDR center. Yet you are saying that you have spent 130 million. Still doing everything in the political system. Lies telling everywhere without thinking of the consequences of this. Because of what? Because their interest is to see the downfall of Southern Cameroon. Is to see Southern Cameroon destroyed. That is why they are doing all these things. Without any conscience. Without any conscience. Knowing fully that these children are there, they are listening to you, then you go and lie because you know that they are not seeing the figure. You can just get up and say that the breakfast, the eggs on this day is 20 million. They will not argue. These are ex-combatants. People with blood in their eyes. There is no way. There is no way. And the government of Cameroon don't want to allow them go out. And that I still believe that these DDR centers are prisons, semi-prison, created by the government of President Buea. When time will come, you will tell me these children will be transferred to Condengate prison. They're just using them for political end, for their political reason, to satisfy the political need at that time. That is the main purpose of those centers. Many people were believing that the treatment the government will give to these children will encourage those who are still in the bushes to come out. But if you are giving this kind of treatment to these children, how do you expect those who are still in the bush to come out to surrender to DDR center? That is why many of them are struggling, escaping to Nigeria. That is why many of them prefer to remain with Amazonian fighter, because when they put the two together, the treatment they are getting as Amazonian fighter is better than the treatment their friends are getting in DDR center. And that is why they remain in there. That is why they remain in there. The government should be serious in things that they are doing that concern human life. People are dying every day because of the Anglophone crisis. You have created institutions that are of no use to anybody, and the billions are being spent every day in those institutions, yet nothing is changing. You remain on. Why creating institutions in which you say that it will end the Anglophone crisis militarily? Why creating institutions? Why not do it the way you have insisted that you will do it? Creating places and people are embezzling money, people without conscience. The government of Cameroon, if you are sincerely out to end the Anglophone crisis, prove it here. Let these children be integrated. Those that came to DDR center are moving freely. We are seeing them moving only with the military. They are working with the military. Those are the only ones. Those who are not working with the military, they are being kept. They are kept in a particular prison called DDR center. They don't go out. They don't do anything. They remain within that center. It is terrible. They are marking their name every day. An adult, a father, getting up every day and answering presence, present, I'm here. In the evening you come and mark your name to show that you are there. And that is the life you have given them. And you are encouraging others to come back and meet you. You are not serious.